Alright, I'm Jack Wood here for Scruff of the Neck with band T-Shirts with Vistas.
Oh.
It's lovely to have you here. You've been absolutely inundated with questions. What's the worst question you've been asked today?
What's your death row meal?
Death row meal.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm going to steal this.
I think it was
just a load of cheese,
for me,
things
like pizza.
I'm lactose intolerant, so that would be my death row meal. That'd absolutely destroy me. And what's the best question you've been asked?
We just did an interview about like how we play the guitar and stuff, so that was quite cool.
Yeah, it's always nice.
With both hands.
Yes, that was the answer to all the questions.
This is band T-Shirts, where basically you get to design your own merch, a unique merch item from scratch. Are you prepared for this?
I make the T-shirts for the band, so I've got some experience.
So on this, I want an alternative band name. If you weren't Vistas, what would you be?
Right.
And I want the ideal sponsorship for the band, and everything else is up to you. Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
Okay, you've got 5 minutes in order to do this whilst they interview you. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh yes, the denim jacket's coming off. We're taking this seriously. This might be your last interview, but I admire it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Draw on me. So, I mean, it's third album time.
Yes.
That's scary, right?
I don't know, man. Like we're buzzing with the third record. Like, I think it's our most confident sounding one. It's always a wee bit scary, as you say, like going in, putting out new music and stuff, because you don't know if folk will still be into it, whatever.
Of course.
But I think it's gone down well.
It's interesting because this is the first album you've written and released that hasn't been in the shroud of lockdown.
Very true. Yeah.
How did that feel to do that in that sense?
Well, it's definitely felt better, and it's exciting as well doing doing a tour that you kind of know is going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
is it more written live? Would you say that was more in your head? Because I guess you wrote a lot of the second record in lockdown, so you kind of knew it was mainly going to be studio, but you would play eventually.
Yeah.
This one you knew it was going to be straight on the record. This is amazing, by the way. You're so efficient.
Yeah, I think we were chatting about this earlier, but I think when we were picking the track list for the record, we definitely did have in mind these ones will be singles, and then this will be where this goes in the set list or whatever.
And we're going to jump in right now and just be like, what are you going for artistically?
Kind of just letting it all flow. Ideas can be kind of like fishing, I'm just trying to catch the best fish, really.
I mean, there's a little man. Is this a friend of yours?
I can't say it's anyone that I've ever known personally, but it could be someone.
It's an ideal Vistas fan, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. And what's it say on here? It's hard to read. It says Vistas.
I figured it's probably the worst way to spell our band name.
with an errant apostrophe.
So you're essentially making the cover band version of your band.
That's it, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that the dream as a band, to make it big enough that people are covering your songs and making money off your covers?
I mean, that would be quite cool, to be fair, to see. There's a band from Indonesia, I think, who are really, really big fans of us, and they post covers of our tunes. They're just 16. I think they do it for college or something, but that's quite cool.
That's really sweet, isn't it? That's so lovely. And if you were a cover band, what band would you cover?
Arctic Monkeys, maybe?
Oh, not even a hesitation. Are you agreeing with Arctic Monkeys?
I would love to do the Beatles. That Arctic Monkeys would be.
What era of Beatles would you most be interested in?
Definitely the weird Sgt. Pepper's, wearing all the big costumes that they have.
Have you tried to push this in Vistas? Because I feel like Vistas, you've kept it fairly casual.
I feel like maybe the other guys don't share the passion for.
No, Dill's the big Beatles fan. Me and Jamie are not as much into the Beatles, but Dylan is always pushing for those big mad outfits. Yeah.
Please come out in a suit. No one else doing it. There's no context. Just come out in a Sgt. Pepper suit and just see what happens. I've distracted you, but you've only got 2 minutes left of the design.
Do the back print, Dylan.
You keep it going. So in the new, I heard the second album, you wrote a couple of tunes that were about sort of struggling to write, but in that you were fine writing them because they were bangers. What's the third album theme?
I guess the third album's a little bit more about legacy and about your time on this earth and what you do with it and stuff like that. So a little bit less I don't know, like...
It sounds like you've signed up to a pension suddenly. Yeah. You've seen your mortality.
I guess that is kind of what it's about, man.
Yeah,
and slightly darker subjects, I guess, like less just like full on like optimistic, bright indie anthems.
Well, that was the EPs and the first album was very much like, hey, everything's sunny.
Sure.
Let's have a good time. Now you've gone, actually, it turns out, night's shit.
That's just what happens when you get a bit older, I guess.
Of course. So, I mean, look at
Finishing
you.
touches,
You're really trying this. Is there anything you want to add? You've not done anything.
I don't think...
Oh, we've done the nipples. As needs to be done. Sometimes you got to do the nipples. Is there anything else you want to add?
I don't want to ruin it now. I feel like
you got to know when you've like hit your peak.
Yeah.
So when do you know when you've hit a peak with a song then? When do you know when you can step away? Does it ever feel finished?
Yeah, I think in the studio you don't want to add too much. Exactly. You want to keep it,
There does come a point where you go like, this is it. You've got to put a full stop on that. Because I guess there is the temptation when you're making something, you could go on forever and ever and keep tweaking stuff and adding stuff, but eventually you got to go like, right, that's the best version of that thing that we've made.
Yeah, because you add to it too much, it's no longer Vistas anymore, it's something else. And is it a balance when you're working with different producers to sort of go, how much are they inputting and how much are we inputting to keep the balance right?
Well, we've only really worked with one producer, so
and it's working.
Yeah, we've got a good relationship with him, so it's kind of like we've worked
part of the sound really. Rich Turvey.
He's the extra Vista.
Yeah, exactly.
The fourth Vista. Yeah.
Well, that is the 5 minutes done to design the shirt, guys. I want you to come with me because we got to try and trade this with someone for the most money or optimal value we can get. Are you up for it?
Yeah.
Come along. Reese, follow me along, my friend. The cameraman's on the way. Let's see who we can find, who we can voice. There's some people over here. Hi. So sorry to bother you. You're on TikTok. You're a big TikTok person. How's TikTok going?
I love TikTok. Yeah.
It's talking tickly.
It is.
So I've got Vistas here, and they've just designed this shirt exclusively for today.
Very snazzy.
They need to trade something for this shirt. What would you value this shirt? Very high.
Very high.
That's all right, don't we?
Very high.
It's a one-off. This is exclusive. It's designed.
Piece, yeah.
It's a unique piece. I've heard that before. Is there anything you could trade for this T-shirt to give value to Vistas?
Oh, what have I got?
Half-drunk Red Bull.
That sounds all right.
There we go.
Sounds all right.
Vistas, don't say they're not swayed easily. Half-drunk Red Bull. I'm going to take that off you. Look, you're saying that, I know these are for free. There's more. I could actually get a free one here. But there you go. Look at that, Vistas. Yeah, half drunk, you get one free. There you go, Vistas. Let's contain our excitement. There you go, exclusive Vistas merch. Are you a fan for life now?
Yeah.
100%. Obviously.
A couple of years we've auctioned this off for like
billions.
£20.
20 quid.
There you go. That's the pension right there. Are you in a pension scheme right now?
I am.
I'm in none, and I feel like, I saw the hair colours and I was like, these lot aren't in pensions, and I'm like, I'm being outdone here. But thank you very much. That was Vistas with band T-shirts. Are you happy with your Red Bull?
I'm delighted. Yeah.
Delighted. There we go. Thank you so much, guys. Subscribe.